were telling me about a story. Let's jump into today's main thing. You were talking about a story with your little daughter, Lucy. Hi, Lucy.
Hey, yeah, really, like, we're going to talk about system thinking today, and really, and having a system and having a plan. And so she was about 4 years old, and you should have a plan at home. And so we had planned to go to the park.
Right on.
And she was about 4 years old, and we were walking down the sidewalk, and it was just vivid to me. The sun was shining in toward us, and it was just super duper cool. I'm like walking down the sidewalk really slow. She reaches up and grabs my hand. I see her reach up, and I know she's going to say something, and she says, "Daddy, here's the plan. We're going to do the seesaw, then we're going to do the slides, and then we're going to do the swings. Dad, that's the plan."
Wow.
And now if a 4-year-old can have a plan, I think we should have a plan when we run a service call.
Right on. You know, when I think about people having a plan, we'll talk about who those are. But you know, all systems are good, and we're gonna share a system. But today, if you're watching, your company probably has a way they want you to run a call. There's probably, I mean, if you don't have one, Nexstar. Incredible organization. They have an incredible way of running calls. Some of the bigger chains and conglomerates and franchises, they all have a system, and your boss has probably talked about a system. If you don't have one, we're going to give you one. We've got the Rollins method. It's simple. At the end of the day, there's only so many ways to run a call to make sure you're successful. But listen, if you don't know where you're going, every road will get you there. So that's why you got to start with a good plan in mind. And we're going to talk about them. Here's the thing, man. You don't need a plan for the easy calls. You need them for the tough one. The trouble is, you don't know if it's a tough call when you start. Like, hey, if you ever start, let's just practice.
We can practice. Let's do, somebody commented yesterday, said, let's talk about when you go to a house and the customer's on the phone and he won't get off the phone.
That was Adam.
And lots of people are working from home now, so this is a real thing, and we want to work on the difficult situations. So this is one of them. Sure. And so I'll be the technician if you want to be the homeowner.
Yeah.
So we knocked on the door, and the customer comes to the door, and he's on the phone. Here, play on the phone.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, how you doing? Hey, is it okay if I come in?
Basement's down there. I'm a little busy.
Can we just take just a minute to have a 2-minute conversation? It could save us some time at the end of the call.
Hey, Jim, do you mind if I call you back? I've got the furnace guy here. Yep, I'll call you right back.
Okay, so listen, that was like the easiest one ever. Like everybody's saying, well, that's not hard, Jerry. That's not hard. Let me play. All right, let me play. Here, right. Wait, watch this. All right, so I'll be the homeowner.
Okay.
Oh, hey, how you doing? I'm on a conference call, and I'm super important, and I'm busy, and I'm on a call. Are you still? The furnace is in the basement. And I'm important.
Do you have 2 minutes? It's really important to me that you get your money's worth today.
I do have 2 minutes.
Okay, just two questions. What do you want me to do if I happen to see anything that I think could be an issue for you, your home, or your family?
Well, I hope you don't find anything wrong.
I probably won't. We're here all the time, and we take care of your system. I'm sure it'll be fine. How would you like me to handle it, though?
If you do, just come get me if you find something that's wrong. I need to be concerned about.
Sure. Last question. You mentioned you're busy. If you happen to be on the phone, how would you like me to get hold of you?
It's okay. It's a boring call anyway.
I promise I won't bug you if I don't need to, but I just want to make sure you get all the value of what you're investing in today. Thanks again for choosing us. We know you got a choice, and I'm going to get started. Thanks again.
Okay, thank you.
So,
hey.
Yeah, here's the deal. Customers don't do this every day. We do. And I know when I was a younger tech, I would do this thing where I'd go in, they'd be off. I wouldn't. You've got like literally 30 seconds to try and pattern interrupt. And it's not about being mean. The customer isn't being mean. They're just being busy.
That's right.
And you don't need to be aggressive about it, but stand your ground. This is where, like, you talk about fixing your face. That's good news for some of us, bad news for others. My mother used to say I had a face for radio. But, like, this is where you fix your face, just stand your ground and politely remind them, look, they're spending a lot of money. Let's get them all the value. And so we know what's going to happen. As a professional who has a system and an end in mind, I'm going to call the system because I believe there's going to be you know, there's a system on every call. It's either yours or the customer's.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
What would you say? Any last reminders?
What I would say is like it's important to tell that customer, like we're dealing with a gas furnace. It could be carbon monoxide. It could be the safety of your family is important to me, and it should be important to you. And we're dealing with the largest investment, which is your home, the largest investment you'll ever make, and so you should take good care of it. And I'm only going to be here for just a little while today.
Jerry, if you were to break down running a call in five steps, I think is what you've got it done. What would you say the most important steps to make sure you hit? You can certainly more or less, but what would you break it down to?
Yeah, so we broke it down to five steps of a service call, and really we try to make it just as simple as possible. So if you don't have a system, here's a good system for you. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get ready. Right on. We're going to get ready for the call. We're going to get ready to go run that call. Secondly, we're going to say hello. At some point,
it's just manners.
You have to say hello, and we're going to teach you how to do this.
You do,
right? Yep. And then we're going to discover facts. And the third step is discover facts. And really, that's all about Marlin's Law.
Yeah, right on.
Like it's just the truth. And then we're going to share solutions to those facts. And so that's step 4. And then we're going to review what we did. Yep. And then we're going to ask for a review. So 5 steps, super simple, repeatable, trainable. Yep. And we're going to break all of those down next week at the Toolshed. We're going to spend 1 day on each of those, and you're going to love it. We're just getting this train rolling.
Yep. Again, if your company has a system, run that one. But like, a simple system is better, deployed is better than a great system that you don't take into the call. And we see too many people running on autopilot and blaming customers, right? So that's the steps. Here's what I got religion, right? Like, I'm going to unpack it for us. You know, a couple of years ago, I saw this 5-minute YouTube video, and it was all about checklists. And it's from a book called Checklist Manifesto. Go ahead and check it out if you've got time. Here's what I thought. When I thought amateurs needed checklists and systems. I thought, you know, it's good for the new guy. I'm glad he's got, but you know, I've been doing this a while. I don't know if you know this about me, Jay. I've been doing this a while. I can do this. And what I learned from that TED Talk actually was that, you know who uses checklists and systems?
Professionals.
You said it, man. Professionals. People building skyscrapers have checklists. Architects, engineers, professional athletes. They don't go in the field without a plan. Special forces, they all have it.
Pilots.
Oh, man.
Man, sometimes I'm on a plane and I'm sitting there and I kind of lean over and I see them doing their checklist. And every once in a while they'll say, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a little bit of a delay. We got a door that won't close. And I'm thankful that they have a checklist because I'm sitting next to the door.
Right on. Right on. You know, this talk, he mentions doctors use it. And in emergency rooms that, operating rooms that had a checklist, they found that complications dropped by 37%. Get this, fatalities dropped by 47%. If there was a medicine out there that saved lives, almost 50%, you'd think that would be headline news. Listen, we know you're not brain surgeons, but the news flash, use a checklist. So let's take, why don't we give the final impact?
Hey, the moment of impact is today, when you're running a call, make sure you're using a system, your system, our system. Just get a plan and run that call with a plan.
That's it.
And because loose wires start fires, right?
Well, it's 1 call, 4 calls. Use your system on every call today. Let us know how it goes on. So that's it. Jerry and I do have day jobs, but we'll pop into the Facebook group, invite your friends.